Hey, and welcome to Tales from the Dark Side, the Sunday show, the Clone Wars review, and more. We're tuning it in. I don't know if you guys have heard, but we've had this March Madness special that is going on Thursdays. So we're also going to do a little bit of news leading into our Clone War reviews here on Sunday. I hope you guys enjoy it. We have it coming up. Pete, does anybody have the graphic ready for us? Or is it just Sunday and it's free for all?
Which one? I don't know what graphic you want.
Sunday.
Okay. Hey, how's everybody doing? Listen, this is what we're going to do. We will draw names for the new brackets towards the middle or end of the show. We also are looking for somebody by the name of Star Wars Sith. Star Wars Sith, you did win the Wanted comic, Virgin and the trade dress of the High Republic. Could you please, we posted something for it. You were the winner. As far as voting goes, there's a lot of voting going on. I have a feeling somebody's family's voting a lot. And for the one family member who got their post removed, it was not because you voted for Jedi Johnson. It was actually because the bots had attacked your voting. So you can vote again. We didn't count it yet. I mean, I know who you voted for. I mean, when you get the same last name, we know who you're going to vote for. And I want to thank everybody who's voting. We're getting a lot more votes this week. It's amazing. A lot of people are interacting. And yeah, please vote for C3PO, because if I got to keep defending K2SO, I mean, I know he's the best, but
yeah, defending.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even defend him at all. I just attacked C3PO. All right. So with that being said, let's start it off real quickly. Let's start off with a little bit of news coming out this week. You know, they covered a couple things on the there you go, Pete. Ooh, we get a little bit of bounty hunters. They talked a little bit about the bounty hunter stuff. We're going to cover some of the books real quickly because they have at least one variant for these in the regular one. If you could, Pete, could you give me a clicker, dude?
Yep.
There it is. So here we go. You're going to start off with the preludes, and these are kind of cool. We know that there's going to be a 1 in 25. We also know that they're going to do a different type of variant too. Supposed to be those chromium variants or what? Not chromium. They're not calling them chromium. That's what they're calling crimson. Now we do know from the past when Dynamic Forces did the crimson ones, it was crimson sign, so it was like they would use a red pen, have the signature of the artist on it. I don't think that's the case on these. I think the crimson ones that they're doing, which is done by all different artists, I think they're probably going to do something like a chromium type thing. I hope they do. Is that what you guys think too? Is that what we're going for here? Hopefully that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
you might just highlight the color.
Well, they might. Who knows? Well, that would look really, really cool in a.
It's going to be done. It's going to be done by a different artist. So they're still going to have like this one's still going to have the Christopher, the variant. You know what I'm talking about? He always does those toy variant ones. Yeah.
Oh, John Tyler Christopher.
Yeah, they're going to have a Christopher variant for this one too. Oh. These are going to be the two main covers, and then they're going to do the crimson on this one. You know, this is just going to give you the background story of Boba Fett grabbing Han Solo and starting to take him to Hutt before he gets attacked. This prelude stuff is going to be interesting. I think it's just catching people up who don't know the story of this ahead of time. So, and then our next one through preludes, this is going to go through all the covers or all the Star Wars titles. So you get the main Star Wars title here. You're also going to have a lot of Sprouse covers in this. I don't know. What's your guys' opinion on Sprouse covers?
Yeah.
Because he does a lot of those 40th now or 50th anniversary ones, which are okay. But sometimes the drawing of faces are interesting, I think. On Sprouse covers. So once again, they're going to have a crimson.
They're going to have it gives you a big collection to try and really hunt down and collect. I like the 40th anniversary.
And it's a lot of covers, so occasionally you're going to get just maybe a little sloppier than you might hope.
There might be one or two that are off a little bit, but in comparison, if you got a couple that are off a little bit out of a 25, I'll take that all day. I'll take 23 great covers.
I get this, but they're doing so the Christopher cover for this is going to be like an Imperial dignitary. You know, the purple robe person.
The toy one, yeah.
Yeah, the toy one's going to be that too. So like, I mean, I get that you need to have variants, but like y'all running out there to get the Imperial dignitary. Like that's what killed those things the first time. Do you remember the first wave of those when people were all out there trying to collect them and everything, and then there's too many, and they just had weird stuff, and then they became popular again after they started hitting dollar bins. Like I think we're at the point with those that it's going to start doing that again. Like I'm glad well, actually, I'm kind of mad because I wish it would have already done Imperial Emissary and then had passed, jumped the shark, because then I would have got more of the Max Rebos because I love the Max Rebo. But anyways, you're also going to get, besides that and a toy. And that you're going to get another one of those. You get Empire Strikes Back, and you're going to get the Crimson one here too for Star Wars. There's going to be like 5 variants for this, so keep your eyes posted. This one's going to be a little bit more of Chewbacca, Luke, and the droids going after. If you haven't been following the story, they're going to just switch over to the Luke portion of it, where he's going to try to hunt down Han Solo and find where Boba Fett is and try to figure it out. So, if you like Han with a yellow, or if you like Luke with his yellow lightsaber, before he might find his regular lightsaber after this too. So there you go with that. The next one is what do we have this? I didn't put it in the order. Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters, once again, still pretty good title. I actually do like the Sprouse on this because he's going back to like the action variants, and plus he's got the Millennium Falcon there. There will still be a Crimson, and there will be a. That's it. That's.
I mean, the Crimson could just be like those two-tone Michael Cho's that they're throwing out on all the Marvel books, where maybe it's just red.
Like the Barletts too. Yeah, that would be really cool if they do it like with just red backgrounds.
Yeah, just like maybe a red, maybe black, white, and red, kind of focused to keep it very basic.
I remember a couple of years ago, it was very embarrassing to say that you like the 90s Chromium, like the Venoms and stuff like that. And now it's not anymore. So I'm all in with saying, like, I want that back. I want you to add tin. I want chroming. I want it all. I want it like a Pimp My Ride card. If you could please give me that, I'd appreciate it.
Put it
all on the cover. Embossed and chrome and foil and
absolutely
gold leaf
and sparkling. I want the sparkling, gold leafing and sparkling and the sun,
metallic flame.
Yeah, the metallic foil where it changes colors. Do it. Yeah, I'm all about.
That stuff's fine. It's when they start putting like that Eclipso plastic gem on the cover, so that it'll jack up any other book you put in that box.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a big plastic thing in there. That kind of
nobody needs to add pongs. Nobody needs, or the cards. Like I don't want the 3-color rainbow card that you can't really tell what it is because it's just you didn't do a good job.
Press that book properly without paying special attention because those cards will get pressed through.
We haven't seen holograms in a while.
That's true.
That's what I was talking about, hologramming. You can pass on holograms. Well, I mean, some of us did because we sold card sets recently that had holograms in them for lots of money.
Marvel Impel.
Wow, you people paying for money for that. Thank you very much. No, but hey, so this is kind of interesting because they're going to have Valance here team up with Dengar. Finally, they're going to explain how that relationship takes effect, and also Han Solo has like this little part where Valance, if you watch, and you might want to go back and start getting this. Valance has a relationship with Han Solo and owes him a favor. That goes all the way back to what was that first series they did? Was it the Solo series? Cadet. Whatever Cadet. Remember the Cadet series?
Imperial Cadet.
You guys, if you want to catch up on the Han Solo and Valance relationship, you might want to go back to Imperial Cadets. There's some cool covers with that too. Feel free to do that. That's really cool. Pete, what do we have next?
Did I go too far?
Is that it? Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the next one. All right.
Well, we missed Vader. We missed Vader, but that's all right. Dr. Aphra 10. We pulled the height variant. This is just like a last-minute release. We don't know. This kind of came out today, and we're hoping that is the actual true variant for that book. Oh, nice. Oh, we missed the Darth Vader stuff. I'll cover the Darth Vader stuff anyways.
You missed Vader? I can go back.
No, so Sway is actually going to, which is nice because I do like a lot of the Sway stuff. Sway is actually going to do a variant for the Crimson variant on that. Should be pretty cool. This is kind of cool because you're still following Aphra and you're following Santa, which was Hans's ex-girlfriend / wife type thing. Remember years ago they did that in the Aaron
run.
We didn't
miss Vader. Vader comes later. Vader comes later. This is still Prelude stuff.
No, there's a Vader Prelude too. Also, you're gonna have Volkar there who showed up in that's who the lady with the she's from the Unbroken Clan singing with things. She first showed up, I think, in was it Bounty Hunters 3? It's Bounty Hunter 3. She showed up in Bounty Hunters 3 or 4, somewhere around there first. You're gonna see them going after that hyperdrive. If you've been following the Aphra series, she finds that nil ship. That's what that thing is right there, is the hyperdrive she's looking at. And it does say in the previews that she might be running. It hints at, if you've watched Pete's video last week, we told you, we said, go check out Renovision. They're doing brilliant things over there. If you checked out his video, he tells you that in 11 that we know for a fact because of the cover that we're going to see our man Dirge there. But if you've been following this book for a while, you knew that was happening because the solicitation has walked around mentioned that he might be showing up towards the end of this.
Well, they always show that last page kind of. Well, at least Vader was doing that.
Yes, Vader was doing it. We think they're probably going to still do that with Aphra. They've kind of been doing it a little bit with Aphra too. So make sure you're picking up this book. that variant looks terrible. But hopefully,
is her sword backwards? No, on the regular cover, like
I don't think that's her.
Swings it like this. If she swings it like this, it's going to be the back end of the blade that's going to start hitting her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure either one of these covers is good. Please, I hope these crucial covers are good because
it just reminds me of that scene in Dumb and Dumber when they're getting ready to walk in and he whacks him with his cane. He just is like whack.
Time out.
Yeah, it just that full cocked back like I'm knocking it out the park is just like wow. Okay.
Okay. So did we get into Vader? Or do we not get into Vader?
Not yet.
Let's hit Vader. Is the Vader in there? Let's see if
it is, but it's after this one. Okay. I think.
Oh no, that's a different Vader then. The prelude isn't in there anymore.
No, the prelude's not in here.
The prelude for Vader is going to be, I don't know. Guess we're gonna skip it. No, we're not. Oh yeah, that was the Luke and Leia holding each other Sprouse, which isn't great. And they're gonna have a Crimson, they'll be fine. And the Emperor's gonna give Vader a little bit of trouble again and tell him to get down to Coruscant, which is gonna end up introducing as you can see from this, because this is when we get into War of Bounty Hunters, it's going to have a little bit to do with Jabba. Do remember, this is around the timeline where they're trying to drop right after Empire and before Return of the Jedi, how Han Solo got delivered to Jabba the Hutt. So that should be really cool. And should give us some insight into the upcoming TV show, the Fett show. I bet you they're going to do something there because when he took over and cut off the head, you could see there was some type of relationship that they might be able to address. Also, I found it very interesting in this cover. I missed it the first couple times, but as you see Slave 1 on the A cover, you also happen to see a head that he's holding. That's our man Forlorn, bro. What did you do to Forlorn?
Well, did he do it? Because look, I see Forlorn getting stepped on.
Yeah, he's getting stepped on by somebody else. So there's going to be a lot of team-ups in this book. And we'll go through some of the team-ups later, but if you go back here. Oh, yeah, look. Oh, and do you see that? Isn't that a little bit of a nail verbiage there on the rock? Interesting. So you got
that. I missed that. Hey, is that Geode?
Oh, it might be. It might be Geo. That might actually be Geo.
Zuckus?
Apparently now Luke Skywalker's got a flame lightsaber. Oh no, that's Boba Fett's flame.
That's Boba.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
But you got Zuckus in there, so Zuckus and Forlorn are probably gonna be one of the team ups.
Mystery hooded character here.
There is a mystery hooded character there. Leia, that's kind of cool. I'm glad that you did that. You got the assassin, Darth Vader. These are all people that are going to take care of it, and we'll explain some of these characters then and which books they're going to show up to in the next slide. There will be 3 covers for this too.
That's a special guest appearance from Scream.
From who?
Scream.
Oh yeah. Funny, haha. Is that funny? Haha. Or funny? I do like. By the way, that what he just showed you, Pete did show you, is going to be a wraparound cover. So make sure you guys are ordering that because that is a cool wraparound. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd actually do it as a fold out like the old '90s pinups.
Fold.
Yeah, dude, how cool would that be, man? Well, yeah, no, but the inside one, and I just buy 3 books and then I take it and pull it out.
Yeah, if they did that fold out, I'd probably have to buy 5 or 6.
What if they did I would pay, honestly, if they did it for I'd pay $10 for this per book, believe it or not. If they did it perforated where it had a little insert thing where you could undo it and just and then pull it out like they did in magazines and have it up like that, I'd actually pay $10 a book for that. I would. I know that sounds
a poster insert then.
Well, that's what it is, but I don't want the poster insert with the holes from the staples in between it. I want a poster insert where it's perforated so you can put and it gets a clean cut.
What about it's polybagged with it, so it's not even attached to the book?
Oh, now you're talking. I'm in. So
somebody said Solo. Somebody said Solo. Somebody said Solo Wookiee to the boardroom, so we can get that one discussed. We did skip over the Star Wars 14. There is going to be a Christopher action figure, a Lucas 50th. And another type of variant we're going to talk about more. There's going to have there having Sprouses for all those. That's just pretty much Lando and Chewbacca who are going to be the team up. So they're doing Scoundrels. In Bounty Hunters, the team up is going to be Valance and Dengar, and they are going to be battling versus Chewbacca. In Darth Vader, the team up is going to be the Assassin of Bastogne and Darth Vader, and they are going to tag team up against IG-88. Which is interesting because when they named best droids on StarWars.com, it wasn't IG-88, it was IG-11. So I don't know what's going on anymore. What do we have next? There will be at least 3 covers, by the way, for all these. Then we have Dr. Aphra, which we've already covered that cover. And then we have what they're going to do because it's Pride Month. They're also going to have Pride covers for all these. They did reveal one of them to be Sanson. Sanson and Afra are going to be the team up here, and they are going to be going against Drudge. So that is our team up and matchups.
Dirge.
I think just
Dirge.
Do I keep calling him Drudge? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty much our team ups. They haven't given the rest of the Pride stuff out there. They will for all these individual titles have a Pride one, and we can go over some of the characters for Pride. I found it interesting because I read a lot of Star Wars, and I was like, oh, I guess. So the characters that they're going to have for that, obviously, we're going to have on the Afra 11 cover, you're going to have Sanson Starros, which was what's his name, Hansel. Was his girlfriend or wife at one time, and then now is in kind of
part of a, I guess, like a not a scheme. What's it called? Like a con.
Yeah, con, right?
Yeah.
But is she in a? I don't know if she's in a relationship. I'm not going to try to figure out people's relationships. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Jen?
I thought didn't her and like Afra have some banter?
Yeah, they did, and I think they like kissed or something. So I guess that's what it takes nowadays. Okay, so but yeah, maybe they did have some banter back and forth. I know Afra has. I was actually surprised that they didn't have Afra on the cover of Afra. Instead, they have Afra on the cover of Bounty Hunter,
the
War of Bounty Hunter 1, which was the first book you saw. Which wouldn't you, I don't understand.
Yeah,
that.
you would think you would have her on her own cover, right?
But then again, where are you gonna put? But then where are you gonna put her? I guess that's right. But whatever. I mean, you could put them both on there. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But they were both on the A cover too. So I guess, hey, smarter than us. We've got, so for those that don't know, we got Yurik Quell. She is the lady that is in the left side. She is from the Alphabet Squad novels, and also she was in TIE Fighters. She actually has a variant in TIE Fighters. In the first one, it's that black and white cover that usually does pretty well. It was a 1 in 25. I think it'd go all the way up to $100 at one point. It's probably back down into the $40, $50 range now. But you know, that was her first cover was there. She's a great character. I thoroughly enjoy her. I guess I think in the second book for sure she was in a relationship. I talked about it earlier. I think some of these characters I didn't realize just because it's quiet mentions. You know, I mean, it's not really that big. Yeah, I mean, they're not romance novels, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, Star Wars,
Yeah, Star Wars. Vader 13 gets Ray Sloan.
Which you guys did a character thing on recently, right?
We did.
I did, and I really like her. And I guess I wasn't checking that out too much either. I don't remember them mentioning anything about her what is it? What's the
novels?
No, but I mean, it's because you can
Thrawn and Afra and all that.
GBLT. I didn't know that she was, you know, whatever. I don't remember anything that has to deal with that either. But then again, like I don't get in the romantic stuff too much in the books, I guess. So
that's the way they should write it, in my opinion. They're not making it a big deal. They're not pointing it out. They're not saying this and putting big arrows on it. Yeah. They're keeping it simple, and they write it very smooth and very transitional. And that's how it should be. It should read that way. It should just be like, oh, okay.
I mean, in reality, most of these are aliens. Like they're all aliens, not from the same planets.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, either way, so Ray Sloan's going to get a cover, which I'm excited about because I like Ray Sloan. I think she's a cool character. Also, by the way, just to mention real quickly, the first character that we had there and Ray Sloan both have deep ties to the Rebels, as in Hera. And Hera actually commands her in the Alphabet Squad, Yurik in the Alphabet Squad, and Ray Sloan has the back and forth with all of them, mainly Kanan, but you know, back and forth with them too, and has dealings with Hera also, which I found very interesting. Who else do we have? So then on Bounty Hunters, that was Bounty Hunters is going to be those.
Ray. You want to move on?
Star Wars.
No, we can do. Yeah, Star Wars High Republic number 6 is going to be Tyrek and Kuret. The twins, which is over to the right. I only got one picture of that. Which, okay. Yeah, they're twins.
They're twins. Doesn't matter.
So
I don't know.
Picture can work for either of them because they're identical.
That could be either one. And then we've got my man Lando, Star Wars number 14. I heard that there was a little bit of an uprising of some news because people didn't know that he was pansexual, which I thought that was covered during the Solo movie. Yeah, long time ago. So, But, you know, like somebody brought up in the chat last week, there's some guy out there named Mike Zudu or something that's got to make videos and he's got to get clicks too. So I guess Mike Zudu needs a click. Good luck, Mike, with your life. But that's it. I think it's kind of cool. Oh, yeah. The Dr. Aphra, obviously, Dr. Aphra, we mentioned that she's going to be on the War on Bounty Hunter #1, which is cool. Aphra covers are always great. Like variants, they always do well. I think that when you look at it, besides the twins, I'm excited about all these variants.
Besides the twins.
Well, I mean, just like, yeah.
The twins weren't bad characters to begin with. They're not, so far, they are unimpressive.
This is what I'm going to say, though, about Uriquel. The variant that they did of Uriquel for TIE Fighters 1, she looks as though she has Asian heritage to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she does not look much like this picture that we've seen later on.
All I know is I dig her choice in haircut because it's close to mine.
UMP. But I'm excited. Are you guys excited for these variants of these? I mean, I know the Sanson one we saw already, and Jen became an art critic and said her face sucks. But besides that,
if you zoom in, right? I don't know if you have it. No, yeah, you just zoom in. Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, come on, go back.
And just zoom in on her face. Like, I'm fine with the whole entire cover, and then you zoom in on her face, and you're like, huh, that's a little off. But again, the rest of the cover is great, and especially if it's going to be like a foil with the Dr. Aphra and like the lens flare, that's cool. But personally, after, I know not everyone here reads America Chavez, but I was so looking forward to all those like covers, and they weren't released. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to pre-order it. I'm going to get them all. And then they showed the art, and I was like, ugh.
Some of them were rough.
But
yeah, you could say that. But dude, what they did with the Bartlett, with the women ones, the last one, I'm still picking 2 of those up every week. And I know they said they might do that with the Crimson, or that's what you guys' thought process was, but you never know how some of these might turn out.
That's true.
This artist has that look though. Like, I don't like, yeah, I think
look at DC's Pride cover with Harley Quinn. Like, that was Bartel. Great job, Bartel.
Well, that's because you like Bartel, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you're criticizing this artist, which is fine. You're more than welcome to criticize this artist because you don't like the artist. It's not because they did a bad job. This is a good color.
But look,
this artist, you like this artist, Yoko, whatever.
I would say the whole cover looks great except for the face. Like the body, the back, the being outer space. Fantastic job, great job.
I think this person drove the same Kylo Ren, where Kylo Ren's face looked.
Oh,
like you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's. I'm saying what I'm saying is this might be a Rob Liefeld type foot situation, but faces instead is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So,
I'm just also unimpressed. Like, the little bit of lens flare is all that we really get. Like that's it. Like, you had all this opportunity, you could have done it somewhere.
There's so beautiful colors from like the freaking satellites that we've seen, right? And like, yeah, you're right. Like, missed opportunity.
There's a ton of space that could have been utilized to do something, but well, we're not going to harp on that.
Well, as long as we could get a good Aphra on a cover, I don't care. I think you can't go wrong with having Quell on a cover. She's going to be great. I kind of like them to do something decent with the twins, but that's the least person that I care about. Yes, Joe, the one
straight up figure drawing.
Yeah, that's not bad. Joe has a question about the 125. He says the 125 for her is still the most expensive out of all of the TIE Fighter covers, which is cool. Our man Dwayne Scott's got jokes. He says I assume he's referring to Lando. He likes everybody, even Colt 45. Yes, those Colt 45 commercials were hilarious. Either way, like I said, I like these. Definitely pick up the Ray Sloan one. I think that character, all these characters except for the twins, I think have potential, right?
Except for the twins.
Well, didn't you say that we later only see one twin, so we kind of know something bad's going to happen to one?
Well, yeah, one disappeared for a while, but we don't know if that one's coming back or not. We'll see what happens to the twin. So, but yeah,
those TIE fighters are averaging. The number ones are averaging. There's some higher and lower sales, but they're averaging right around 50.
Yeah, that's not bad.
50
not bad.
to 60, yeah.
Yep, so that's good. Smooth drinking. It's right. Yep. So that's cool. I hope everybody else is excited about this. It's kind of cool to see decent variants that hopefully you guys just get them ahead of time. Some of those are coming out in June though with new distribution. We'll see what happens. We will see what
I
happens.
thought that was until October. Marvel.
Oh, you're right. It's not till October.
Yeah,
October. Yeah,
I'm reading some of the comments. So apparently, everybody didn't want to pass on making comments about how bad that art is for the first one because everybody's got different jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that new distribution? The Riddler distribution. No, Joker. No, Scarecrow distribution. Harley Quinn distribution. Who is it? Penguin. That's it. Penguin.
That's not even a dad joke. That's just a bad joke, bro. So, I mean, look, I think this bounty hunter stuff is going to be hot. Obviously, I think some of it's going to give us a backsight on this TV show. That's why we're using this type of background for it. But I also am, if they do in the preludes, if they do the Crimson covers well, we're good. Some of those Sprouses, I mean, those are tough, bro. I mean,
yeah, but when he does the ships, though, he does a solid job doing the ships.
He should just do ships. That's it. Ships, and that's ships and robots.
Like some artists really can nail that technical thing. Like not everybody can draw like a transformer, but some guys can. Some guys can do ships, and other guys can't.
Awesome. All right, so is it time to draw? Once again, I'm going to mention here this guy right here. See, he's hiding up in the safe spot. There's a Mandalorian up there guarding him. Star Wars Sith, please get a hold of us. Either go
I'm going to pull you up big so you can show it again.
So they can't read my handwriting. I went to private school, bro. They can't read this. We're all trained to be doctors.
We can, Star Wars Sith.
All right. Star Wars Sith. All right, Star Wars Sith. Please, do we have the IG? Do we have the IG or something so they can direct message us or send us a message somewhere? Send somebody, anybody on the channel. IG? There you go. Go there to the IG. And then you come down here and you send me a little message. I'll answer the message. Say, hey, you won. Please, I hope you don't live in Canada because I'm not mailing it to you.
I got the email too. If you want to show the email, just
the email. I don't check the email as much as the IG. You can get a hold of me directly on IG.
Well, some people don't do IG, so just in case.
Just in case.
Tell him, no, I don't live in Canada. I actually live in Australia. So if you
get it before that, there's some poor guy that just doesn't have the nerve to tell me that he still hasn't got his package, and I know it's been like a month and a half and it's still in custom. So, good luck with that. Yeah. Anyways, but since we're talking about that, who do we have playing this week? Can we go over the voting and what's going on with the brackets? We already did, but let's go over the next end. Let's show the brackets one more time so we can see.
You want round 2 bracket, or do you want
round 2 bracket?
Round 2.
Round 2 bracket. We did the left side. We are going to choose for the right side now. Some of these people we don't have to actually put in here because Jedi is going to keep
Jedi
15.
And Steve
Ford is going to keep 19.
And that's
nice. That is it. So then who do we still have to play? We still have to draw for Stick, Maxwell, Solo, Leaky, myself. What am I missing?
Huh? Well, I sat out last week because you had Grizz, but I don't know if you said
you're back in. You're back in because Grizz is moving. So we've got Pete back in. Pete don't seem too excited about that.
I was having fun trying to focus in on doing the presentations. It's a lot to do to try to present and cover the animations.
That's 6. There we go. Aaron Yee had a giveaway. In Germany. How was that? What was the shipping? Oh, they did have a U.S. address, so that's irrelevant to the talk. Aaron, thanks.
We'd have Jen fill in for you, Pete, but she hates us. So
she doesn't like us at all. She said that
she's like, you guys aren't nearly on my level of cool, and we were like, we understand that, but sometimes a 9 has to come down to like a 5.5, a 6.
By the way,
I have a day job or night job or day job, night job, stupid assistant manager job where I cover
real job.
Yeah,
real job.
But I watch you guys, and you guys make me happy on Thursdays because I'm really upset at work because my job is interesting. But
she does. And Jen, could you tell people how you can vote? Because you actually did vote this week, and you have till the end of next week to win the left side of the bracket. I do know that Leaky. I'm sorry. I do know that Jedi Johnson. He must have like 50 family members because I've been getting messages, or they just have a bunch of dummies accounts. There must be like 75 people voting under the Johnson name at this point. By the way, Solo Wiki, please don't spam the voting. Okay? Just don't do it anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And please,
it's a common name too, so don't attribute it all
during the show. It's more points, right?
it should be more points, which would mean that I'd catch up. But I have a feeling, since I make the rules, I'm gonna not purposely. He did a great job and showed up, but I'm sick of defending K2SO.
Dude, whoever gets Chopper is super lucky.
Well, we'll see who is that. Everybody better cross their fingers. That's right. This is a chopper round, isn't it?
This is a chopper round.
That was the one thing I was saying is kind of tough.
Yeah,
so Jen votes. Jen votes during the live chat, and then she votes again in the bottom chat, and she gets a couple extra votes. And there's a vote here and a vote there, and here we go. There we go. It's really close this week. It was coming out of the live chat. It was pretty much neck and neck between every droid. With that being said,
I wanted to thank you right now for your votes, Jen. All 6 of them.
With that being said, C3PO is a runaway kind of winner at this point. I actually think BB-8's getting a couple votes there too, so he might have to be. He might be the solely returning champion of votes. If you haven't caught some of this that's going on with this, there is some very good arguments. There was something about oil bath that really was impressive with C3PO. Apparently, there is definitely. Look, I will say this: the only person who's honest and tells the truth, this guy. Everybody else makes stuff up about their droids. That's all I'm gonna say. And by the way, if you vote for C3PO, you're voting for J.J. Abrams in those movies. I just want to let you know that. So make sure you vote for the right person. Okay, pull back up the bracket. Let's pull some numbers here. Let's pull some names. Let's see who everybody else got. Okay, R2D2. R2D2 against Pete. You're R2D2, bro.
Well, I got R2. I got to face Jedi, huh? And L3.
That's solid.
Yeah, I know, but I like Chopper better than I like R2.
Well, I know. Okay, who do we have next?
Well, L3's already taken. So
all right, so we have Mouse Droid. Mouse Droid is going to be JJ Maxwell's going to quit. He's just going to quit. He's going to quit. All right, JJ Maxwell has got Mouse Droid. Every week, JJ Maxwell gets arguably the worst. Here, can we pull up that? Let me tell you who JJ Maxwell's gotten so far.
You want the? Oh, well, let's go to the beginning, I guess then.
Yeah,
you got Dio.
Yeah, he got Dio.
He did get Dio, and then after that, he got. Did he get Jen's favorite?
No, he got Jen's favorite against
Scotty 5.
Yeah, Scotty 5. So he should be able to win that one. He'll probably pull that one off. That's not that bad.
Right.
Whoever got the interrogation droid really stinks. All right, so this round still we're going. So he's got Mouse Droid. That stinks. Sorry, you got Mouse Droid. Who's up next? Let's see what's up next.
Got IG-11.
Oh, IG-11. Solo. IG-11 for Solo.
This is another layup for you, Solo.
Yeah, man, you got to win one here, bro. You're making the show look bad.
Again.
You're making the show look bad.
Are you telling me that the last one is a loss? I'm pretty sure. I mean, come on, dude. Orange Bucket. They're at the end of every aisle at home.
You don't know if Bucket is going to. I don't know. Because Bucket was pretty rough too.
That's a bad draw.
Bucket was a tough draw for you.
If Bucket wins, I'm quitting. So let me put it that way. All right, who's next? What's our next droid? Okay,
R5.
good. Bad motivator. Leaky got the bad. Perfect. That works out good for him. He's got the bad motivator. Leaky likes that. He actually did a really good job. Who this week?
He had
Forlone. Yeah, he came with it. He did. He really did. I was impressed. All right, next up. Next droid is it's the big droid. It's the did you see that?
I
Choppers. They think I got it rigged. They think I got it rigged.
Oh, come on.
No, come on. It doesn't matter. I definitely had the better argument this week and lost it to not even a droid, a human in a droid thing. So
it's not over yet. We didn't cut off voting yet.
We did not cut off voting, but that's the one that's starting to get taken away. So the last one, man, it was between me and Sticks. Could you imagine if Sticks got both BB-8 and Chopper? That would have been interesting. So Stick Boy got, who did Stick Boy get? Who's the last droid we have? Oh, the Torture droid. Cool. That's actually a good droid. That's actually going to be a good matchup, dude. Jabba's Torture droid. What we call him? All right. So for all those people who haven't seen that, go check out the Thursday show.
Well, and that's the thing. Maybe not everybody in this audience is the same audience for Thursday, so they can maybe vote.
There isn't. And
sway the K2SO.
Yes, they could sway. Yeah, so go vote real quickly. I think we got like 50, 60 votes in already. We need a couple more.
And when is that vote over? So our fans and viewers know.
Well, let's do, Thursday morning, because I have to get ready for the evening for the show, and we'll tell everybody then when that vote is over. And vote early, vote often, and vote as many times as you can. This is like a Tweenie Hall election. You can just do whatever you want. I don't shave your mustache, come back, vote again.
You do whatever you want unless you're solo Wookiee, and then you're spamming your own votes. For your
you
own
are the only one that cannot know. Whatever, just don't do what solo Wookiee does, and then you'll be okay. All right, so let's cut it now into our review of. Moving on, we're going to do our review. We have got 3 episodes of the Clone Wars coming up. This is Jen's favorite time because this is Jen's show. Jen, what number are we starting off with today?
Is it 17, 18, 19?
I hope it is because that's what we watched.
Yep.
17 is the Blue Shadow Virus. Jen, it is on you.
Fear is a disease. Hope is the only cure.
Did it have a semicolon in that? Or was it a colon?
I just copied and pasted.
Just semicolon.
All right, fair enough. What was it again? I was just confused with the semicolon.
Fear is a disease. Hope is the only. Oh, I said only, but it's the only cure.
Is the only cure. Okay, well,
a colon wouldn't make sense there.
No, you're right. This is the thing with that. I don't believe in this statement at all as far as the episode goes. So let's roll the episode and talk through it and see what's going on.
All right.
I gotta watch this trash again.
All right, so we're headed to the greatest planet, apparently the most important planet in all of the solar systems, Naboo. Because why not? And there he is. It's another Darth Jar Jar episode.
Yeah, the Gungan's tough.
So Darth Jar Jar comes down. It's actually interesting because she's a senator at the time, and also with her being a senator, they show the old queen. If you read the Queen's Guard and that type of stuff, they talk about. Whoa, we sped up. Whoa!
It's like catching up.
There goes Darth Jar Jar. So Darth Jar Jar, we got to rewind a little bit here, Pete.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Okay, so Darth Jar. So
yeah, we'll go back to here.
They end up finding some robots.
Saving Grace, where it was like, this is so bad, I'm just going to speed it up so that we don't have to review this again.
Okay, so this was actually kind of interesting. They found a droid, whatever. They tried to trick the droid, which they used C-3PO, which was terrible. And then the medical droid was like sawing off the head. I thought you were supposed to be a healer. He's sawing off the head. The guard's there, the queen's there. It just goes south. And then Darth Jar Jar saves the day because this droid figures out that he isn't where he's supposed to. Jar Jar tries to catch a butterfly type thing, gets it stuck in a gear shift of BB-8's head. That is BB-8's head, right?
It's like
an astromech.
Yeah,
it's an astromech
head.
Astromech head, which is just for some reason laying around. It's kind of cool because this is kind of cool because you get a bunch of the heads in the background.
We know why it's laying around. That medical droid's chopping people up and just taking parts.
Yeah, dude. They should have added him to the droid. Droid brackets. He would have done a good job. So just before it's going to give up and expose all the stuff, Jar Jar runs into a thing and kills the droid so that the Imperials can't take over and Darth Sidious's plan can continue.
But then they figured out through the beetle that because Jar Jar then
says, Jar Jar then tells him too that this is the area because of it. There's the mud there or whatever. Padme asks, "Hey, could you send Annie over? Because I haven't seen him in a while." They threw that in here. Wow, this episode was so. Go ahead, Jen. Yeah, you have something positive to add to this?
Well, it's a 2-parter, right? This is just the lead-in. You do see Ahsoka with her backwards lightsaber.
So all of these pig things die, but she doesn't. For some reason, even the ones that didn't drink the water died. I didn't understand that.
The ones that were by the...
No, they're dead afterwards. Yeah, look, they're all dead. They're all dead.
But the ones back there are good.
Right now, when Padme shows up with Jar Jar, aren't they all dead?
No.
I don't remember.
There's only...
We'll see right now. So they run in there. Of course, Jar Jar gets his head bashed in. Padme has to pull out a gun and save him because their friend here is just bashing him on the head. It turns out that there's a secret base underneath. They're really doing the World War II testing subject type situation here. That's what this is really about.
Oh, yeah.
Using a chemical balance 2 on it, which is just a different take. A lot of stuff was typically based off of maybe Vietnam and Korea, and now they're getting into the World War II stuff, which is interesting. Battle droids just start popping out of the ground. And then we get our doctor, who is obviously, there's plenty of doctors.
This guy was
creepy.
Mad scientist, comic book supervillain to the extreme.
He is a
Mad
little...
scientist, alien from a whole nother planet with a German accent.
He did have a German accent. Yes, he did.
Jeez.
That is the truth.
Great.
Things are on the nose here.
Yeah.
Oh, lost the headphones. Hey, so it turns out that he has got this virus that he's created. Wow, that's cool. Why is it shaking?
I added that effect.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Oh, because of lightning. All right. So, and if it was a virus that was eradicated at one point, if it gets back into the atmosphere, it pretty much is just going to kill everybody. So he's starting to put these into bombs because he's going to set it off on Naboo. Once again, like, what's with Naboo? Like, I don't...
Palpatine hates Naboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not going to let this happen. He set Dark Jar Jar there to stop this from happening. So, like, I don't understand. He may hate it. Wouldn't you just, like, take care of it without everybody noticing about it? You wouldn't send
I want to know how they got this schematic so easily of the whole place. They didn't know it was there in 1 second. Now, all of a sudden, they know the whole layout. Yeah. Like, they went down to the county commissioner's office and got the blueprints down.
Aren't all the Gungans underwater? How come they aren't dying? Because originally this was put into the water source. Didn't make a lot of sense.
It was a river. Maybe it didn't make it to the deeps yet.
Well, I think Jar Jar was in on his own.
Well, that's, to be fair, that's not a crazy idea here.
All right, so they've got the whole schematics. I'm looking at that.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going. And of course, Annie shows up because why not? And so does Obi-Wan. See, this is why I don't think this is Palpatine, because he didn't want to kill the Chosen One.
Yeah.
If you're gonna let all the bombs go off, you're gonna kill the Chosen One. Anyways, so they have their little arguments. He gets mad. He starts doing the dark side, threatens Dr. Yishimbo or whatever his name is. This is actually kind of cool scene. Ahsoka Tano comes out and just starts swinging. Great fight scene. They did a great job with the lights, camera action. It was all pretty cool. Ahsoka
creates a distraction on one part of the structure to draw everyone to her, like with Rex, and then the other two pop in at other parts of the facility.
But they did do a really good job on him. He looked bad.
I learned a new tool.
This is awesome. Nice. Looks really good. Great graphics on this. Good stuff.
Can you do that and pause that on Jar Jar?
Well, he doesn't. He seems like he's enjoying the Force.
Yeah. Just pause it on there while he gets just the jiggly.
So the jiggly. So these are all the bombs that are ready to go off that somehow are going to disperse themselves. Why wouldn't you just shoot it up a big pipe? I don't know, man. All right.
Well, I don't think they planned to blow them all up down there. I think it was.
No, they're supposed to have droids that would take them everywhere and drop them off in the whole situation. We know that because of the second part, which goes on. So they fight it off.
Planet or moon.
Yeah, they fight it off, and then they're doing like the risky business at the end where he's got to catch the crystal egg because if they drop it, they're all going to die.
Because you can't use the Force and you can't bring it to you and you can't levitate it in the air. You have to dive for it and catch it. Not once, but 3 different people, 3 different times.
Yeah, Dwayne Scott,
including Obi-Wan, who should really know his stuff.
Yeah,
by now.
Exactly. Oh my God.
So either way, Dr. Nuvo Vindi says it doesn't really matter because I'm going to blow you up anyways, and they end up shorting out the bomb. Somebody cuts it.
Well, there's one out there.
Except for this is it. The Leap Servant droid actually has one more, but isn't that from the next episode? Do we just combo episodes?
No. This is still at the end of this one.
Oh, yeah. So they try to push it up. Oh, my gosh. She's going to blow up.
Because she got
poisoned. What happened to her hazmat suit, too, by the way?
They took it off her.
Yeah,
but she couldn't put it back on?
She didn't need it.
They have it, probably.
The director wouldn't let her.
So there they go. They pinned him down. They used actually, the Gungan, the pink Gungan, ended up whapping him in the face with some shock stick, which was kind of fun. And then he's giggling. And then he's like, the bombs are still going to go off, but then they got the bombs. What are you going to do? Bombs. So you can tell how excited we were about that episode. Ready to rake this one. All right, let's give it some helmets. I got to go. And where's the helmets? Here, the helmets there, the helmets everywhere. The helmets. Solo Wookiee, just tell everybody how it is with this one.
This one gets half a helmet, and the only reason it gets half a helmet is because we get to see Jar Jar get beat up by his own people. We get to see him get the jiggly for a period of time, 2 or 3 times, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't even have half a helmet.
I absolutely I hate this episode and the next episode, and I think they should be completely
we rounded up to one.
Record. I honestly, I will try not to speak politically. These two need to be taken out and gotten rid of and never shown again.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Pete, what do you have, please?
You didn't appreciate the COVID episodes that we got to watch?
Well, and there's so many problems that we've already brought up, like the Padme and Paramount in peril again, which they just do too much. The whole Jar Jar.
Well,
I'm goofy and I made a mistake.
You're getting ahead. You're getting ahead of us here.
You're combining two episodes. Stop, Pete. His review's
you didn't get there yet.
No,
yet.
We're there. Everyone still, because it's
Pete review. Stop. Solo Pete's review. Pete's review
for this one. I also didn't really like this one all that much either. I mean, I kind of liked the weird German scientist. He was a bit silly, but he was at least interesting in a way.
Yeah.
The Gungans were irritating. Even the new one with I don't know. I just can't take the Misa business. It's just it grates on my ears hearing it. But I don't know. All in all, I still got to give it just a poor 2. I'm not going to crucify it as being like the worst ever, but it definitely wasn't good. Mostly because I kind of like the second one more than this one, so maybe it's pulling it up a little bit.
Well, maybe we should combine them from now on because everybody's talking about the second one without letting the first one go. Jen, please, this is your brainchild of a show. Okay, please redeem this so I don't just walk out. Please.
Okay, so.
Oh, jeez.
Before you guys said anything, I was gonna rate it a little bit higher because when you watch these things, it's a kids' TV show. And yes, it gets a lot better later in later seasons, right? Mm-hmm. This is the first season still, so you have to suspend, belief into like what's going on. Yeah, they can use the Force, but just ignore that. This is all about in the moment. What's going on? So. Yeah. I was gonna give it a 4, but now I'm at a 3 because you guys said so many things that I was like,
4. Holy, what are you smoking?
Well, because I tied it together. The only reason why,
no, you cannot. We gotta stop it.
This is the reason why I really like it is because Ahsoka. I think Ahsoka pops it up for me a lot because she holds it. She's starting to. No, I'll do 3.
No, she's done 3.
She's starting to hold her saber like that. I did forget when she gets her other lightsaber because I'm like, when we're already 18 episodes in, when does she get that? But I like how she holds it. She's kind of like a BA. But I tie these episodes together also. Like when I watched it, it's hard to separate it. So you guys did a great job of doing that, and I did not. So I'm staying at a 3.
I tried to, but I mostly was able to do so because I was putting together the slides and everything. So I'm like, all right, that's where this one ends. So now I know where to differentiate.
And it does like this, the fact that they used Padme numerous times throughout the whole entire arc. Like she, even towards the end, she again is that damsel in distress. Is it like used a ton? Yes. Are they trying to get away from that in Star Wars? I do think so. Like this is just when 2000 and.
But she saves Jar Jar all the time. It's really not. She's not she is the damsel in distress as much as Anakin is.
I want to know why no other senators are taking like Scooby-Doo missions like this all the time. Like, why is she always going out on investigations?
Yeah, I mean, till they get to Rebels, I think that's what makes Rebels so good. They stop going to Naboo for everything and go, there's more important planets out there with more important stuff.
But to be fair, this is also season 1, so they're probably like, hey, we got all these backgrounds rendered. It's easier.
No, they still go to Naboo, bro.
Yeah.
So.
I will vote now.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'm just going to come out with it. I'm giving it 2.5. The only reason it's getting 2.5 is because of the Ahsoka fight scene, which was really good. The bad guy actually was really good. I did like that portion of it. It made sense. It just didn't make sense in the end with the mouse droid thing or whatever, but it did look like the collapse. I saw what they were going with there. I didn't have such a bad time because I knew what the Gungans were going to sound like. I kind of did like how she beat up Jar Jar Binks, which is good. I do believe that with anger turns to hate, hate turns to the dark side, and Jar Jar Binks has got a lot of both of those going on, so he will be joining the dark side sooner than later.
What do you think of the female Jar Jar?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with her. She's at least beat him up. That's my votes. She shocked the. I don't understand. She ended up knocking Nuva out and shocking him. What good was Anakin there? Like, Anakin serves zero purpose in that. That's what I'm saying. Like, as much as Padme is a damsel in distress, so is Anakin. I mean, he's the biggest damsel in distress in this whole thing.
Well, and
which is unfortunate.
Obi-Wan can't tell there's a little something going on there.
Yeah. I mean, what's crazy is
man.
Like he becomes like the best dark side character, like one of the best. But yeah, his light side version is terrible.
I don't have to use the Force to find out. There's a little more going on between Annie and Padme than.
Well, especially with the next one. That's the thing. When we get to the
when we get to the next one, you just set that one on fire. So that's it. That's what it gets 2.5. Let's go set this place on fire. Let's go.
All right. So you want to go to the next one? The next one. What do we got? 118.
All right. Mystery of 1,000 Moons. Oh yeah, great. So it's a part 2 from the Blue Virus one. Oh wait, what was a single chance in the galaxy of hope? No,
That's
sorry,
not your job.
Not my job. Jen, go ahead.
A single chance is a galaxy of hope.
Okay, Jen, you didn't explain what the last one meant. So are we still having you work your job out?
I mean, I really do like that they have these at the beginning of every episode. Now, does each one really encompass, like a good moral and ethic for that episode? Not always.
Because this one, I don't.
Yeah,
I get it, but it doesn't really get tied.
It wasn't hope that it was the cure. It was the shocking of the doctor that was the cure.
Yeah. So they don't always hit the mark.
What's this one again? Jen, please, one more time, because I read it and did a bad job.
A single chance is a galaxy of hope.
Okay, I don't get it either. All right.
This one I get, though. Maybe? This one kind of makes sense. They got a long shot, like, to make this work.
Okay. All right, we'll go.
That's a single chance. Like, they got one shot to make it work, get back in time. So.
All right, so let's go, Pete.
It's up.
Okay, so this is where I kind of screwed up and said it already. There's one bomb.
They're deactivating all the bombs.
Deactivating. That's great. Oh, but then we get our little droid here.
Yeah.
He found one, and he is activating droids. I actually like these characters. I think
he took the insert out of the bomb that she took from him and then put it in a new one.
The LEP service droid. So they get going, and they're like, oh, wait. And they actually release them? That was kind of messed up. We kill some clones. Got a couple people breathing it in. The doctor's like, I'm back at it. He was kind of cool. I like him here, too, because he's like, go ahead and kill me, man. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Do it.
I did my job.
So they got to find where the antidote is for this. Whatever.
Yeah,
you don't want Padme to die. She found her hazmat. There, look. There, you got the hazmat suits back.
Yeah, she put it back on.
Oh, it's in my left pocket. That's
yeah, but while you're disarming bombs, like, let's not have it on while we're disarming bombs. No, let's have it on where we can breathe in some stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, and then at this point, Rex and Ahsoka have breathed in.
Yeah, they were all infected at that point.
Yeah, but I'm saying is, like, you could have had that on. So they go to this planet. No, this is actually kind of cool. I thought this is great because it also harkens forward to the Mr. Bones part. They have a character here. They land on this planet, and this kid was pretty. What did you guys think of this kid? I liked him.
Who, J-Lo?
J-La. Yeah.
I kept hearing J-Lo.
It's J-Bo. J-Bo Hoodoo. J-Bo Hood.
He kind of reminds me of like a grown-up Bug or from the Jedi versus Sith run.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Snaps, Wexley, where he's just like taking apart droids and building stuff. But he's got like his whole empire here. Why he like just doesn't turn him on Anakin? I would
Well, Anakin was like appreciating his work. He's like, hey, I see what you did here. You bypassed whatever. Yeah.
After he destroyed a whole bunch of them.
Oh, that's true.
After he cut up like 20 of them.
Yeah, he did that. Then he's like, oh, I like your work, kind of.
And Obi-Wan's like, chill out.
Yeah.
Well, it's also interesting too that the planet has all those ships disabled, right? That was the first time that we've ever seen in Star Wars where there's like a weird thing going on with them.
They also felt that there was some like higher being that was keeping him down there or haunted. It's like a curse or something else. Yeah, so they kind of show you like, which is funny because it's like kind of like out in the sticks, but at the same time, this kid, much like Anakin, can fix things. So then we've got cool graphics here. Still in the hazmat. Ahsoka doesn't care.
What's she gonna do?
Yeah, fair
He's
enough.
infected.
Yeah.
Everybody else has their helmets on though and stuff.
It's too late. She already breathed it in. It's fine.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, and then Darth
Hey,
Jar Jar.
look at Jar Jar. Jar Jar.
Strikes
Jar Jar
again.
was breathing something else in there too. Look at those eyes glazed over a little bit. That just ain't the gas. Yeah, he fly. Come on.
It's not like a Shia LaBeouf in Indiana Jones 4 situation. I mean, he warned him about the flying things, and then they flew it down to the.
Flew it down to the Drangir. The Drangir are down here apparently.
Yeah.
That's exactly when they were describing this. I was like, "Oh God, what?" Because I forgot what was down here. I was like, "Is this the Drangir down
He
here?"
was like, "Don't touch the vines. They don't like it."
Now don't touch the vines. They got sharp teeth. I was like, "Oh, good. They're going High Republic already, huh?" This is a deep cut, but it wasn't. It was actually a Venus flytrap type thing. So
Laundry too.
first appearance of
Little Shop of Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's got he's got to watch out for the Venus flytrap. Oh, it's so tough. We're Jedi.
They got the root.
They did get the root, which is going to be the cure for it. Oh,
This guy hiding in the trash can like Oscar.
yeah.
If they make that whole
Yeah.
big giant venture to get that root, why only grab like one 8-inch piece of root? Why would you not grab? Dude, go home with like 30
Did you not
inches
see
of
the
root.
Venus flytraps attacking them?
Dude,
Yeah, but you
got the Force and a lightsaber, and there's
Force
two of you.
lightsaber, man.
It's time to man up, bro. It's a
Yeah,
plan.
dude. At one point, you have
They're
to
on
just
a
pull out.
clock.
Yeah, but you cut off a bigger slot.
A
Like,
single chance, the galaxy of hope. They didn't have time.
why would you just go by the ground and like while you're running away, swipe stuff and then just use the Force and pull it up later?
It took him a while to find that
you
one. You had to
know?
like lift a rock, you had to like dust it
Look,
off.
it's not like the
you're
Luke
off the lot,
Skywalker
but
and you can't even pick a rock up off the ground. These are two guys who are well versed with the Force. They can fly things all over the place. You know, I mean, listen.
Well, regardless, they got the root. Let's get back to Oscar giving them the warning about the sun god in the sky.
This is amazing that you refer to Oscar the Grouch as this. This is kind of cool. Good job, Pete. That was good.
Oscar the pirate.
Oscar the pirate.
But
Yeah,
it's
so
not
they're
a
saying
god.
it's got, but it's not. It's really actually, it was a, I almost said Imperial. It's not Imperials.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that graphics. Yeah.
Earthquake.
Separatists. Hey, thanks for whoever gave us a thumbs up there on Facebook. We appreciate that too. Thanks for watching out there. So then now we've got the star map. I think I see the Big Dipper over here, and there's Torah over here, and there's
Ursa Major.
Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. What's the Psycho? Every Psycho chick always says they're like a Torah or Taurus or what is it? Capricorn, whatever they say. See one of those up there
Billy
too.
Ray Valentine, Capricorn. Oh, no.
Okay, is that what it is?
Scorpio.
Yeah, that too. Sure, all those things. She's got the chills. That's unfortunate. They did a good job making her look really sick, though.
Yeah.
Padme looks a little bit like a ghost, but she seems to be okay.
Well, she got it later.
Yeah.
She got
I
infected
don't.
after.
Okay, this is what I don't understand. The arrangement of figures on this planet, right? So you got Iso Thevo, the guy on the left.
Is that like a hammerhead?
Hammerhead.
Yeah. Not even close to here. You've got a water creature on a planet with ye of little water. Not close. And then you got a desert creature in the middle. Like, what's going on this planet?
Because they all get like stuck there. It's like a Bermuda Triangle situation.
It's
Yeah,
a border.
all right,
bro.
fair enough. Oh, there's
The angels were the only ones that were like natives to there or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Isn't
Well,
that the
that's
one on the cover we just showed earlier? Isn't that
That's
who we
kind of
just-
how a boardroom works. Is you want to get a valued opinion from all kinds
Oh
of
my
different
God.
people. That's how we do
I'm
that.
gonna send it one day. I'm gonna
Are you
take
not?
Notes
Notes from the
Right.
boardroom.
You want a wide array of opinion to do the best thing possible.
There's J Bone. He's doing his thing.
Jabo Hood. Kind of got a good name. Oh, whoops.
Oh, what happened?
I screwed up. Let's go back to Jabo Hood. Where's Jabo Hood?
A little bit further.
A little bit further.
We're near the end.
I did like the
There
art
he
on
is.
the angel. I thought they did a good job with that.
Mhm.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked Ahsoka getting sick too. Like, it was pretty good, man. I think they
Yeah.
did all right. Jabo Hood was good. Like I said, like the Starry Night thing was okay or whatever. The story wasn't that bad. You know, you went on your little mission quest. We got a little like Princess Diary here. You know, they're saving it or whatever.
Yeah, they're like holding hands and
Yeah. Oh, and then there's Ahsoka. I got you. Blah 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 blah.
yeah,
Which is
later.
out-
Second.
Yeah, second. I'm going to give her a buy. I will not give her a buy in the next episode. But there we go. All right. So I hope that we have redeemed ourselves from last episodes. Let's see what we've got. Solo, since you're talking about boardrooms, you saw a boardroom there. I have to assume, with your great knowledge and experience in boardrooms, that this is going to get a boardroom bump. You know, like the Ahsoka bump or the Boba bump. So, Solo, do we get a boardroom bump? We are all on the edge of our chairs.
No, and you don't
have a half.
Yeah, you don't even get that because there's no beating of Jar Jar in this one. It is a goose egg. They need to stricken these two from the record, and nobody ever see it again. Zero.
Really?
Zero. Get rid of both of them. Gone. Wipe it out.
You know, if this is MCM, I'd put you in backstage.
You know what? It gets a Bartles and James. There you go.
No, that's what his answer gets.
They Bartled and James this like there was no tomorrow.
Okay.
Both
all right. I think that your answer was Bartled and James. Pete, please save us from Mr. Boardroom himself, Mr. McScroogey Moneybags. Let's go. Give him.
This one was a little bit more fun. I mean, it is a continuation of the last one, so it is kind of hard to separate them completely. That's why the last one got a little bit of a pull up. So I will grade this one a little bit higher. So I'm not going to give it the goose egg like a crotchety old man get off my lawn up there. But but I'm still just going to go with I'm going to say this one is a 3.5.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to say it's a 3.5 because I kind of did like the idea of them getting stuck on this planet. It was kind of interesting, and having the J-Lo or whatever the hell his name is with the
J-Bo,
whatever. Ahsoka was still pretty tough, like as they're going through and they're trying to hunt down all the droids because there weren't enough images of that stuff. That's why I didn't put them in the presentation. But there was a good bits where they were hunting down all the droids trying to escape and basically infect Naboo. So like there was some good stuff in there.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't have good pictures to share for it, there was some good bits that kind of pulled it up a little bit. So I don't know. I enjoyed it ultimately. Like as a whole, it wasn't awful. It wasn't the best, but
thank you for saving us. Jen, once again, this is your brainchild. Please raise the level of whatever is going on today.
I mean, I'm just
Nope, there you go. Done.
I averaged it out to a 3. It's a 3. It's a 3. It's a 3.
Right,
I'm averaging it out because that's what I did with the first one. I'm like, I as a whole, these two together, it's a solid 3. Mm-hmm. I like, again, it's the Ahsoka with her being a BA, and I like her and Rex are together a lot. And again, there's the hope of the next couple seasons. So I'm just averaging 3. Okay.
Is that what was the title? The hope? The hope is because there's a hope that there's better episodes than this.
There's better episodes ahead. Yes.
The Galaxy of Hope.
Episode is
there's a single chance that there's a better episode ahead. That's the.
I just want to fast forward to Mortis. That's going to be the
one. We're not going to get to. We've actually timed this out where we're going to do this. Then we didn't because we didn't factor in Easter. Well, maybe we were planning on doing this, and then like when season 1 ends, we'll be able to review.
We got 3 more episodes of this season.
The Tarkovsky, what's his name? The Samurai Jack stuff.
Indy,
whatever.
Tarkovsky.
Yeah, try to say his last name.
When is it coming to Disney Plus?
April 2nd, isn't it?
What's that?
April 1st.
April 1st. Okay.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that stuff. Yes.
We didn't fill you in with the plan. We've got a plan. It sounds good in our head, but we don't know if it's going to work. And then after that, Bad Batch will fall through because we'll be able to get.
But come on, once you get like 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Remember, this was canceled. There's a reason why. These episodes. Yes. So
I don't think it was season 1 episodes that got him canceled.
I'm gonna give it 3. Actually, I probably should give it 3.5. I'm gonna give it 3.5 because it was way better. I gave 2.5 to the last episode. It was way better than this. The beginning kind of stunk. The start out was kind of bad. Once again, Ahsoka gives it a little bit of savior because she did a great fighting scenes. That stuff was all good action. The Venus flytrap was a little bit corny, but still kind of good how they were doing some of the stuff in there. The fact that they did do the saving TikTok, I get that. How she was like even in peril was pretty good. Very little bit of Jar Jar in here, not too much, which was kind of nice. What else did I like? I like J-Bo Hood. I like the whole idea of it. I liked how he was drawing faces on it. I do like that little quip where Anakin does beat them all up and then comes back and goes like, "Oh, wait a minute. We're kind of the same," because there was a parallel between the two of them.
Do we ever see him later?
J-Bo Hood?
Yeah, he's so young.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. He's kind of chilling. He had the whole hammock set up. He had droids fanning him. Like he was.
Yeah, it would have gotten a little bit better if you would have cut down the first like 5 minutes, and if you would have not done the whole star thing and like I get it, you believe it, but some of these guys were like from different planets. Like they had to realize what was going on there.
So you think they should have cut it more, like added the first couple minutes of this to the end of last, and just had the bomb go off and kind of leave it on a desolation. Him, the dragon's free.
Yeah, and then we can fix it. We can fix it.
We'll worry about it later.
All right. Yep. So that's what we're going to give it there. I take it there's something funny going in comics because everybody's laughing, and I'm not saying any funny comics.
I really like Figure Drawings comic because it just is. I would agree with it. You guys don't, and that's okay.
No, but we're not grading a curve. Jen, by the way, grades on like a level. She's like 8, 1 to 5 most of the time. So if you think like for her,
you'll say 1 to 5. It's more like 3 to 8, like you said.
Yeah. So 3 to 8. So so like for her to grade, this is like her lowest grades. You have to take it in for that if you haven't watched before. It doesn't ruin the arc or series. That's why we're supposed to be watching these 1-1, though. I really do. Hey, Steve is here. Mr. Eddie's pitching for Mr. Bones, huh?
He is.
If there was, there was some Mr. Bone knockoffs in there. There really was.
He's trying to drum up some business.
Why are Mr. Bones? Okay.
Well, you're not facing him again this week.
I didn't face him last week.
No, I'm saying Solo's not facing him again.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to face. I wouldn't want.
Well, because if I would have actually taken my pick on this past Thursday, I would have been facing Styx again. I would have had to go up against BB-8 again, like back to back.
Yeah, people are stepping their game up too, man. Yeah. They're coming to play.
Well, and I'm up against Maxwell again, back to back.
Yeah,
it was interesting to watch from your first round, your second round, and how like the negative campaign ad started.
Well,
we went low really quick. You see how that happened?
Once fiction got brought into play, it was like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, I let that thing go, and then people were just like, "We're not going to tell you what we're like." Originally, they first started trying to tell me. I was like, "I don't want to know." That last week they were like, "We're not even going to tell you," and I assume this week they're just going to be like, "Can we just sneak stuff in at the last minute?" Do make sure you submit your stuff early. Everybody that's watching this, that is part of it. Please don't leave it to the last minute because we have to get our stuff done.
Well, that's why if we get to a point where we don't have anybody missing, and I just do running the things, they could sneak me the information, and then I won't spill it to the rest of you guys. I will
figure draw
under that.
Figure drawings, by the way, would like to ask what the scale is. So here it is. It technically is from 1, and you can give halves, but it's 1 helmet supposed to be to 5 helmets. However, we already figured Jen would go above 5 helmets, so we gave 6. Because if you watched our review on Mandalorian, Jen was ranking stuff like it was a scale of Mandalorians from 1 to 5. Same here. And at one point she was giving, I don't think she gave an episode till probably like the 4th one through anything below like an 8. And still 1 to 5.
Jen's a fan. Jen is a fan.
It's a bunch of unruly children. I will tell you, they do not follow the rules. I know everybody complains about Solo being an angry man on the lawn. They do make fun of me on this channel because I always scream, "Nobody follows the rules." Why do we even have the rules? Because they don't follow the rules. They just don't follow the rules. And I'm flexible, but like when you're scaling 8s on a 1 through 5, like there's a difference.
10 one time too. Didn't I do a 10?
You did.
You dropped a 10.
I give it a 10. 10.
You did, and you said that too. You said I give it 10. I give it 10. Okay, so yes,
well,
I can understand why you're confused. Figure we are always confused about what is going to happen on these shows, but hopefully you enjoy it. And if you do enjoy it, please, hey, give it a thumbs up. There's always that one person who does not like me, and I think because they think I'm Ben Roethlisberger and they hate the Pittsburgh Steelers, so they give us a thumbs down. Let's 86 that person. Let's give them a couple extra thumbs up this time. Let's see what we can do for it. All right, we really do appreciate it. It does make a difference, and it makes a Solo Wookiee feel better. Do you see how clean that head is? That's because somebody gave him 100 thumbs up on the MCM show, so he shaved it up. All right. Oh, Jedi Johnson is here. Jedi, what's going on? Okay, we have one episode left. We are well over time.
That's right.
I'm going to get docked my pay again. Jeez. Oh, well.
All right, let's roll. 119.
Sorry. A storm over Ryloth. Okay, this is why. Yeah, a storm over Ryloth. I'm just going to sit back for a little bit because I don't want to start talking about this episode because they do one thing that I dislike. Jen, go ahead.
It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. The heights, yeah.
Yeah, it is a rough road because you know what you did? You brought back Sky Guy. Okay, play the clip, Keith.
I thought you weren't going to say anything.
I wasn't. I just couldn't. Bye, guys.
You just you threw it out there right at the beginning.
I had to. It was so
influence the
bad.
group.
No, I'm trying not to influence. Everybody watch the episode. So this is our friends here. We're back to we're doing the imprisonment. Harris planet. We got Watto over here again. He's an awesome bad guy. Just an awesome bad guy. Really like him.
He is pretty good. He was pretty good invention.
Otto Tam.
This dude's just straight lounging.
And doesn't care. Like he's just always just like, hey.
He's got that lean going.
He does.
So
they want to go out
better than the other two dudes that I'm brain farting on right now. The
Newt
two
Gunray and
yes, thank you.
Whoever else.
Yeah, I thought he did. I think this guy's a lot better in that position of that whole blockade droid.
Yeah.
The Federation part.
Agreed.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say here. Do you want to know why the Jedi lost? You know why they got Order 66? It's because of this right here. You're just letting Padawans do whatever they want, including run a whole battalion into a blockade.
He's trying to train her.
Yeah.
I understand maybe now's not the time. You don't want to run training missions.
You're going to have the most reckless dude in the whole place. Just this is reckless. Okay, go ahead. But the whole episode's reckless.
He is the teacher of you just dump your kid in the lake and you're like, oh, this is swim or sink, right?
Yeah, except for you're doing it with like multi-billion-dollar machinery.
Yes.
And other clone lives.
Well, don't forget the people on board.
Yeah, all the people on board.
That's true.
So there goes Anakin's fleet. Good job, Annie.
Oh,
way to go, Axe. Way to go, Sky Guy.
Yeah.
Well, and okay, if you're gonna do that, how about you give her a little backup, bro? How about you give her a little advice in the actions?
Poor Axe.
Just help her a little. No.
They were on their way back to the ship when he bought it too.
Yeah. Here you go. Ship's blowing up. Oh, I like the shaking. It's like watching the Blair Witch projects. She comes down and doubts herself. I mean, at some point, somebody has to come down. You could have just smacked Anakin across the head. Never would have become Darth Vader. It would have been fine. He feels bad because he knows, listen, I'm reckless. I'm tearing up all this stuff. Doesn't care about the millions of clones he killed. A couple of human generals that died. No.
Well, put this into perspective, too. Now you kind of get an idea why she never finished her training. Because she's like, look, this dude's just throwing me out as a teenager.
Look how sad she looks.
Like killing people. Like just throwing them out to the wolves because he thought I could be in charge.
It is. I actually like that. This does lead, because we know what happens later on. This does kind of lead up to like, wow, how irresponsible. Do you think Dave was thinking about that early on? Like, let's show some of the most irresponsible things. Like, even if we watch Top Gun, look, we know that Goose died because the cockpit killed him. But even at Top Gun, where they had little Tommy Hanks what's that guy's name? The little kid, Tommy Cruise. They had a little Tommy Cruise in there, and he's just dropping planes into the middle of the lake, and they're like, "You're costing the government millions of dollars." Nobody has said this once, not once to Anakin. Nobody in the Republic was doing a little checklist, going, "Huh."
Well, who's going to tell him that?
Let's add this up real quickly, please. Well, they got to build new ones.
Well, they don't have. I mean, think about it. Who's in charge? I mean, their senators again are doing Scooby-Doo missions out on
all the
bombers.
Bombers.
All the clones.
Chancellor just, he loves this guy. So he's
1 million clones.
It's no worse than Grievous. Grievous is out there crashing new giant
but do you remember
multi-billion-dollar projects?
Right. But when Grievous did that, remember, Dooku betrayed him. Dooku made him prove his worth. This is just it. Hey, here you go, Andy. Here's a new check. Okay, so look, that's probably the guy. It goes. You start stealing office supplies. The next thing you know, you're blowing up millions of clones and cruisers. You should check into that.
Stealing office supplies. He was, driving company cars in through the walls.
He was stealing. Yeah, he was stealing everything he could get his hand in, and then driving through the wall. So this mustache still looks impeccable. So does his eyebrows while he's passed out.
Our narrator is down for the count right now.
She gets a little mad, gives a pointy. But she said Sky Guy. I can't.
I'm not going back out there.
She said Sky Guy in this episode, so I just.
That was later, though, right?
Twice.
Yeah, it was later. It's after this. It's right after this. It's right after this because he talks her back. He does give her a great pep talk here. I'll give that to him.
He does.
Gives her a little great pep talk, and then says, "Hey, look, I blow up clones on the reg, dude. He is like the fave among the 501st, right? Like he's the fave among Rex, and they're always protecting him. But at one point, don't you have to go like, yeah, but all my brothers are dying, and it's not like you're saving us, but you're sacrificing like 20 of me for me. I mean, you have to do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the ones that are still around, they're like, well, he likes me. I'm still here.
Well, at least he decided on this one.
Like Rex is like, I don't know about everybody else, but I'm cool.
So he decides he's going to take the cruiser, and instead of getting it fixed, he's going to ram it right into the blockade. Please, one day, Pete, we're going to have a solo video, or maybe we'll do it on Renovision, and Pete can explain blockades and how they work. Because I know.
I did like how here they were giving her a bunch of crap. Like, they're like, shouldn't we wait to see? Is this going to work?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, they're like, shouldn't we wait for Annie? So now they know. They're like, look, if we're not next to Anakin Skywalker, we're the next to be sacrificed. We're dead. We do know that. Like, that you either stand next to him or he kills all the clones. So they're really scared. I get it, man. I'd be scared too. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that kind of a fair thing for them to be scared? It's like, all right, well,
no, you're not supposed to. Like, no.
And he left his trainee in charge of us. And she's just gonna say, yeah, this is my idea. Let's turn the ship on its side. And
is it the trainee? I guess this is the great debate we can have one day. Is it that the clones, just like Jar Jar Binks is really Darth Jar Jar, did Rex really know that he was staying next to Anakin because if he didn't, he would die, because Anakin was truly just killing as many clones as he possibly could, so they could run through all the clones, so that eventually, after Order 66, they could kill off the rest of the clones and they weren't overbearing, and therefore could turn them all into stormtroopers and use humans again.
Well, he is a Skywalker, so, you are reckless.
Is this what you think before you go to sleep at night? Do you lay in bed and think of things like this and process it? I thought I was the only one. I'm just really glad that Marco's on my team and he's not the only one thinking out story. Just saying.
So so they go sideways with this too, and then they let the bombers go. My kids thought this was the coolest thing ever, dude. Because my kids right before this was like, if I was in charge, I'd send every clone in ships out there to take care of all those people and break the blockade. And then they did a side thing and all the bombers came. See, I told you, Dad. I know what to do. I'm better than Anakin Skywalker. I said, yes, you are. You absolutely are. There you go.
Yeah.
So they did that. Anakin blows up the shield generator. Nice. I love the graphics on this. It's a little backwards. They send out the bombers. He is sitting in an escape pod chilling for some reason, being irresponsible. By the way, he just blew up a whole fleet. Once again, there has to be a check and balance.
It was a damaged ship anyway.
I do. Well, he blew up his whole fleet. I do it, except for one ship. I do at this point have to give a little bit to Obi-Wan, because he even jokes about it. Like, I guess I shouldn't ask Anakin where his fleet is. In front of Mace Windu, I feel after watching Clone Wars again for the 800th time, Mace, I don't feel bad for you. You should have been shot and thrown out a window, right? You're responsible for this. You're the guy who is the bookkeeper. You have the paper one. The buck stops at Mace Windu, and you're letting this guy blow up whole entire fleets to take out one ship. Millions of
the rest of the council. I mean, you're not Yaddle's got no responsibility.
Mace comes in there with the purple thing all the time. And goes, Yoda, good to see you, bro.
Calamundi, he's got no responsibility for anything.
Nobody. No, because you punch Calamundi in the head. No, the slithery guy out of here. No, it literally was Yoda going like, I'll say some backward stuff, and Mace Windu. And even a lot of times, Yoda would defer to Mace Windu. Mace Windu took those guys in there to get decapitated and stabbed through the heart. Like, Mace Windu was one of the leaders on there. He was the general of it. Like, they really took what he had to say. Well, he should have seen this coming. He didn't want
Anakin on the thing, though. Remember, he said he was too old.
Yeah, he didn't like him.
And then he didn't want to make him master. He's like, get the heck out of here.
Yep.
But once again, he didn't. Yes, but if you do that, then at one point you go, hey, look, he's stolen too many ships and blown up too many stuff. I told you. That's when you do it. You don't do it when he's throwing you out the window. I mean, what? That's on you, Mace. That's on you, bro.
You should have screamed it on the way down. Like, I warned you.
You know what the problem was? Because none of the council members actually had clones like with them. Like if they had their own battalions, I think they might have been more connected and be like, wait a second, we can't throw these dudes away like they're droids. Like these are people.
They did. Yoda had a whole fleet.
Yeah. He didn't care. He was
Obi on
Yoda's doing Yoda.
He wasn't on the council ever.
Yoda was doing Yoda. He was just.
Yeah, I mean, like Yoda is the ultimate, like, just doesn't care. Like, that's cool. I actually like what they're doing with him in the High Republic, where he's just trading Padawans, and they keep trying to put him on the council. He's like, yeah, nah, I'm good. So that's cool. We're ranking this episode, and we will rank it with Old Man first. Old Man, get off my lawn. Let's go. What do you got? You have to do something on the chart. Let's stop.
Yeah, you've got a half it and then a nothing.
No,
we got to get up.
It's not bad. This one's got some neat ideas, and I liked the play between Annie and Snips and everything. It's a solid 3. I mean, it's not any giant key episode, but it's got some good. It's got some good points in it, and some of the artwork, like the expressions that Ahsoka shows, is I mean, you can see it. It gets you in the feelers right there. You can see it when she's sad.
Yeah,
I think he almost cried. All right. Next up, Pete.
I'm kind of with Solo on this one. It isn't the greatest episode either, but it's not a throwaway. As much as we joked about like putting this little, the Padawan in charge, but that was kind of the point of what I think what they wanted to do with the episode is that she's got to learn how to lead, and she's got to learn that this is going to happen. It kind of sucks when you're the team that's with her learning that you are expendable, but that kind of thing happens. So I'm also going to stick with the 3 because there was some good stuff in here, apart from the jokes that we have about putting a kid in charge.
All right, Jen, what do you got?
I'm gonna go. It's a little bit better than the past 2, so I'm gonna do 3.5. I did like the Ahsoka. Did I agree with what Anakin did? No. Could she have been better prepared? Because even when she came back, he wanted to do it again, and she's like, "Are you?" That's when you saw her like point at him, like, "We just did it, and look what happened." And then that's when he's like, "Okay, you're right." So the fact that she pointed out to him, because he would have done it again, like running your head into like a freaking like brick wall. Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, I'm giving it a 1. First off, you're at episode 19. You're at episode 19 at this point. You should have dropped the Sky Guy already. Also, there's nothing new in this episode. It's all been done before. Anakin being reckless and blowing stuff up, including a whole fleet. Anakin sitting out in space. Obi-Wan coming in the end with a fleet. What's her name? Snips taking over.
Him coming in with the fleet, though, is not like him coming to the rescue. It was just like, I'm here to drop off the groceries.
What was new? They're literally breaking a blockade. They did that before too. This is all there was not a single new thing in this episode. Not one.
No,
one.
There wasn't.
I got what you're saying, and I'll also admit because I haven't watched all of these either, all the way through, like all of them. So, in having some really good episodes, after when you guys were telling me, well, after it started hitting its stride, like after I get some of those good episodes, I do agree. That's why I'm also now kind of grading them a little bit harsher because in comparison to some of the ones that kind of pulled things up. Well, now I got to kind of bring things down a little bit, but one's kind of harsh, I think, for this. One Sky Guy shouldn't give you a 1.
It wasn't just one Sky Guy. There was absolutely zero new. It was they recycled every single part of that episode.
Come on, did you see that heartbreak when she's sitting on her ship, just like, oh my God, I just killed my entire battalion. Like that didn't
being in charge is new.
And she's like, Anna, you can't put me in charge again. Don't leave me in charge after you put me through that. Just go off and do your weird solo mission and leave me in charge. They're not going to listen to me. I don't know.
Her being in charge and learning about the fleet and how to do it, that was kind of the only new thing. Otherwise, yeah. Bartles and James, baby. Bartles and James.
All right.
I guess. You weren't like this guy out here on the last one.
You think it's 3 or 4 when it really starts to like it's solid seasons?
No, I think that there's parts in here where you see stuff pick up, right? Like there was parts in one where you see it. It does. There was a reason why it was canceled, and it wasn't because it was all great. You know what I mean? But it
got really good at season 5. It ended on a really. You were just that was so well done. And then when Netflix came back with a 6th season and the 7th, like those last three for sure to me were like
Seven Samurais I think is in season 2, or if it's not Seven Samurais, it's at least Hondo blowing up. Yeah, Seven Samurais. I think Seven Samurais happens in season 2.
Is Mortis 3 or 4?
4, I think.
Okay.
Or 4 or 5. One of those. Yeah, so I mean, like, Hondo you got the Cad Bane. They already did that, but you have some of the more Cad Bane stuff with the Hutts. You have the Hutt stuff that goes on. You have Maul. Yeah, I mean, like it comes fast and furious. Later on.
Yeah, I still think Dwayne Scott's got you here.
No, not me. You know,
you and your ones.
How many times did I get ones? I'm usually pretty positive about stuff. I just look. I'm not saying that I didn't watch this, or I just saying like. Okay.
I think figure drawing there has Marco.
What does he say? Huh? Red shirt, team red shirt,
team red shirt.
Marco doesn't get that reference.
I don't know what he's talking about. The dodgeball? What's he talking about? Is it a Seinfeld quote? Because I don't watch Seinfeld either.
Well, now you're just trying to hurt me.
No, don't worry. We're not gonna get into that. We already got into the last night because then they were like Seinfeld, Friends, and what was the other one? Office. I've never seen any of them. So Jen's the one last night. If you heard me talk about because you watched the show, so I mean. I laugh, but I don't know what it means. Like I don't get it because I don't know who that character is. So
I sent him a little video of Kevin when he was using little words.
Okay. I have no clue who Kevin. I mean, I like Steve Carell and Ricky Gervais. I guess are in The Office, right? So like that's all I know of that.
No, well, Ricky Gervais was in the British version. That's like 6 episodes. You can get through that just quickly.
There's 2 offices. Okay, well, not watching
the U.S. version. Yeah. Steve Carell is the U.S. version.
Huh?
You didn't watch Seinfeld?
No, I didn't watch Seinfeld either. No.
Well, you have get Hulu and watch Seinfeld.
It's okay. I'll be all right if I die without watching.
It doesn't get much, but those last couple of seasons, taking away the finale of Seinfeld, those last couple of seasons, I defy you to give me better television.
The Soup Nazi.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says something about Soup Nazi. I have no clue what that is.
I take offense to that.
Yeah, one helmet. Good. So one helmet. There we go. That's a different show. Either way, if you want to criticize Marco on what he doesn't watch, feel free to come on to MCM Saturday nights. Do some good interviews. We talk a bunch of stuff, and you're more than happy to criticize me on not watching sitcoms for the majority of my life, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, because I bet you, like, if you start going, like, I've never seen Titanic before. There's probably a lot of stuff that I haven't seen.
Well, don't be putting Titanic in the conversation. We're talking Seinfeld. So I built Titanic. No,
it's the same.
That's below the belt, pal. That's not even Titanic with Seinfeld. Wow, let's keep him above the waistline.
Yeah, I might be the true get off my. No, I might be a little bit. I don't know. Well, listen, I enjoy things. I just don't look. If I miss it, I miss it. I guess, and I guess.
And I get it. I get that.
And I hear that it was on for a very long time, so I get it.
If you missed it. You missed it. I tried to get my wife to watch Better Off Dead, like as an adult, and she was like, "What is this?" I'm like, "All right, well, I guess you missed it in the '80s, so you're not going to get it now."
I don't understand the Friends thing too. From what I hear, it's just some people in an apartment without jobs or something, and it just never appealed to me. I guess I was doing other things in life at that time, and everybody has different things that they do, and that one of them was not sitting down to watch sitcoms.
But it wasn't just when it was on. It was basically on reruns every day for like a decade on multiple channels. How did you avoid it? How did you miss it? Even now, there's like 3 hours worth of Seinfeld on every day.
I mean, I've lived a pretty crazy life, brother.
It's worth making time.
I mean, I live a pretty crazy life.
Really far afield now.
I just said no to the tubulars, and I got to tell you, crazy life.
Yeah, listen, there's some fun. I've done some real fun things, man.
All right, Jedi's earned some respect back because I'm with you on Scrubs.
Haven't watched that either. So
You got a ton of delights ahead of you if you ever decide to sit down and watch.
No. Life's too much fun, man. I don't have enough time to sit in front of the TV for some of that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
no problem with that, man. Keep reading comic books and keep reviewing and watching Clone Wars and Rebels, and you'll be just fine.
Am I weird, or do you sometimes kind of like hope for like a weird injury, like I broke my leg, so I got to like stay laid up so I could just. Like,
no, I did. Yeah. So I spent a year. I spent a year in a cast too. But I was also sponsored to play poker at the time and traveled a lot. So
well, see, then you wasted your opportunity to veg out and do nothing and catch up on television.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed what I did, though, man. I really not regretting it at all, brother. Not
feeling like it was wasted. No.
Got to see some cool stuff.
You don't know what you're missing out.
Can't tell you some of the things
I say.
Maybe on MCM,
you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah, maybe on MCM I could tell you some things that I saw, but nope, can't tell you. Nope, no. So yeah, I had a hell of a good time, man. It's cool.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
no,
I like the Johnson MCM top 5 idea sitcoms that you think Marco has watched. I like that.
We should do that. They should do that because that Jedi, that's a good one. Dwayne's it was like a full leg. I had I tore my ACL, MCL, meniscus, PCL. My knee was gone, and I popped my patella out, and I pushed it back into place, which probably ripped the rest of the stuff out of there. So, and then it was like my knee was like this big within minutes. It was crazy. But then I didn't even go to the hospital for a day because I figured just ice it.
You gonna rub some dirt on it, just walk it off.
That'll buff out.
It did not. It didn't.
You still got one leg, don't you?
It's a hell of a good time. I had one of the best surgeons around, though. I mean, I was in my early 20s when that happened, and I'm way past then. So, and not gonna win. You know what I mean? So, hey.
Yeah, you don't want to get that now.
Dwayne, it was great, dude.
Back as easily now.
Yeah, no, you probably don't. Dwayne, it was all good. Don't worry about it. I mean, I got to do some real cool stuff, bro. It was really fun. I was at one point in Arizona on a golf course, though, in the back of a pickup truck with my leg just like hanging out because I couldn't actually get into the front of the pickup truck to get a ride from the golf course that I was at.
So were you like the Hulk on his way to New Asgard? Just kind of
absolutely. Yeah, got pulled over by the cops too. Arizona cops or something else, brother. There's something else. There's something else. All right, so there we go. Enough stories with Marco. We'll see you all on Thursday, where we have. Please check out that March Madness thing. It is probably, arguably, and I'm on some of the best shows on this channel, but that March Madness thing is arguably the best show.
It's just fun. It is fun.
Time.
It's arguably the best.
The most original idea too. I can't believe no one else has ever done it before.
Well, StarWars.com a week later copied our idea.
Yeah, but they also gave us an awful list of droids.
Yeah, they did. And then they actually have a droid list on there, and it's completely different droids.
It's
like way better. Oh yes.
Oh
yeah, absolutely.
DBs
for them.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
But I spent a year in a full cast, so all right, I'm out. Get us out of here.
Please, everybody, go down, like, and subscribe. Saber smash that bell. And may the
check
force
out our
be with
boys.
you.
Yeah, always. We got to end this.